Your living room is trying to kill you. Right now, as you watch this video, there is an object in your home that emergency room physicians call the silent assassin. Every single day in America, more than 1,000 adults over 60 are rushed to hospitals because of this one item. And here is what makes this so devastating. You bought it for comfort. You bought it to make your home feel warmer, cozier, more like the sanctuary you deserve after decades of hard work. But that comfort has been weaponized against you. I am talking about throw rugs. Those decorative pieces of fabric scattered throughout your hallways, your bathroom entrances, your kitchen floors. The home decor industry has sold you a beautiful lie. They told you these rugs add character. They told you these rugs protect your floors. What they did not tell you is that orthopedic trauma surgeons have a name for these products. They call them hip fracture delivery systems. Before you dismiss this as exaggeration, let me share something that most people never hear. A comprehensive study from the University of Pittsburgh Medical Center published in 2022 analyzed over 14,000 fall-related injuries in adults over 65. The researchers were looking for common environmental factors. What they discovered stopped the medical community in its tracks. Loose throw rugs and unsecured floor coverings were implicated in 37% of all indoor fall injuries leading to hip fractures. 37%. More than 1 in 3. That decorative rug in your bathroom, that runner in your hallway, that plush mat beside your bed. These objects are responsible for more hip fractures than wet floors, poor lighting, and staircase accidents combined. But here is what the home safety pamphlets will never tell you. The rug itself is only half the problem. The other half is happening inside your body right now. And unless you understand this biological reality, removing every rug in your home will not be enough to protect you. Let me explain exactly why this matters so much. Hip fractures are not like other injuries. When a 30-year-old breaks a wrist, it heals. Life continues. When a 70-year-old breaks a hip, statistics from the National Institutes of Health paint a devastating picture. 20 to 30% of seniors who suffer a hip fracture will die within 1 year. Not from the break itself, from the cascade of complications that follows. Pneumonia from lying immobile in a hospital bed, blood clots that form in motionless legs, infections that attack weakened immune systems, muscle atrophy that accelerates at terrifying speed, depression from sudden loss of independence, cognitive decline from trauma and medication, one fall, one fracture, a chain reaction that ends life after life after life, and those who survive often never return to independent living. A 2021 study published in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society followed 1,800 hip fracture patients for 3 years. Only 40% returned to their previous level of function. 60% required ongoing assistance with daily activities. 25% moved permanently to nursing facilities. This is the difference between walking your grandchildren to school and waiting for an aide to help you to the bathroom. This is the difference between traveling to see family for holidays and being confined to a room with a television and a call button. This is the difference between living and merely existing. Now let me show you exactly why throw rugs are so dangerous and why your body has become increasingly vulnerable to their threat with each passing year. The anatomy of a throw rug fall involves a perfect storm of factors that most people never consider. First, there is the rug itself. Unlike wall-to-wall carpeting that is stretched tight and secured at the edges, throw rugs sit loosely on your floor surface. When your foot lands on the edge, the rug can slide, bunch, or flip. This creates what biomechanics researchers call a perturbation, a sudden, unexpected change in the surface beneath your foot. In a younger person, this perturbation triggers an immediate recovery response. The ankle adjusts, the opposite foot swings forward, the arms reach out. The body saves itself through a complex series of reflexive movements that happen faster than conscious thought. But here is what aging does to this protective system. A landmark study from the Balance Disorders Laboratory at Oregon Health Sciences University published in 2020 measured reaction times in adults across age groups when their walking surface suddenly shifted. Adults in their 30s recovered their balance in an average of 280 milliseconds, roughly a quarter of a second. Adults in their 60s required 420 milliseconds. Adults in their 70s and beyond needed 560 milliseconds or more. That extra 300 milliseconds, barely the blink of an eye, is the difference between catching yourself and hitting the ground. Your brain still sends the signal to recover. Your body simply cannot respond fast enough. But reaction time is only part of the equation. Your visual system is also betraying you in ways you may not realize. After age 60, the lens of your eye becomes less flexible and more yellowed. This affects your depth perception and your ability to see contrast, especially in low light conditions. That transition from hallway to bathroom, that step from kitchen tile onto decorative rug, your eyes are processing these changes more slowly and less accurately than they did 20 years ago. A study from the Schepens Eye Research Institute, published in the American Journal of Ophthalmology in 2019, found that adults over 65 with normal vision still showed a 42% reduction in their ability to detect edge transitions and surface changes compared to younger adults. You may see the rug, but your brain may not fully register where the rug ends and the floor begins until your foot is already catching on the edge. And then there is the muscle component. Sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass, begins around age 30 and accelerates dramatically after 60. By age 70, you may have lost 30% or more of your peak muscle strength. The muscles that stabilize your ankles, support your knees, and power your hips are all weaker than they were. When your foot catches on that rug edge, you need explosive strength to save yourself. You need your ankle stabilizers to hold firm while your hip flexors swing your opposite leg forward. You need your core to keep your torso upright while your arms reach for support. All of these movements require muscle power that sarcopenia has stolen. This is why simply removing rugs, while essential, is not sufficient. You must also rebuild the protective strength that time has taken from you. We will address that shortly. But first, let me walk you through the specific mechanics of how throw rugs create their deadly trap. The three most dangerous moments with a throw rug happen in specific scenarios that repeat daily in homes across America. The first is the edge catch. You are walking normally, perhaps carrying something, perhaps lost in thought. The toe of your slipper or the edge of your shoe catches the corner of the rug. This abrupt stop to your forward momentum throws your center of gravity ahead of your base of support. You are already falling forward before your brain even registers what happened. The second is the slide. You step onto the rug near its edge. Your weight causes the rug to slide across the smooth floor beneath it. Now your feet are moving in the direction of the slide while your upper body is still traveling forward. This splits your base of support and drops you sideways or backward directly onto your hip. The third is the buckle. You step onto the center of the rug, but your foot lands on a fold or ripple in the fabric. This uneven surface causes your ankle to roll. The sudden lateral force overwhelms your weakened stabilizer muscles. Down you go. Each of these scenarios unfolds in less than 1 second. You cannot think your way out of them. You cannot see them coming soon enough to avoid them. And in most cases, you cannot recover quickly enough to prevent the fall. The floor beneath the rug matters enormously. A 2023 analysis from the Mayo Clinic Department of Orthopedic Surgery examined surface type in throw rug falls. Rugs placed on hardwood floors were 48% more likely to slide than rugs on carpet. Rugs placed on tile or linoleum were 62% more likely. And rugs in bathrooms, often placed on smooth surfaces near moisture, were the single most dangerous combination. The bathroom throw rug deserves special attention because it combines multiple risk factors. You have a smooth floor surface. You have the presence of water creating additional slip hazards. You often have reduced lighting, you frequently enter barefoot or in slippers with minimal traction, and you may be moving quickly due to urgent physical needs. Emergency room data confirms this danger. A review of fall injury patterns at Massachusetts General Hospital found that bathroom throw rug falls accounted for 19% of all fall-related hip fractures in patients over 70, nearly 1 in 5. Now that you understand exactly why these objects are so dangerous, Let me give you a specific action plan to eliminate this threat from your home. This is not about living in fear. This is about making intelligent modifications that preserve your independence and protect your future. Step 1. Conduct a complete throw rug audit of your home. Walk through every room with a notepad. Document every loose floor covering, including decorative rugs, bathroom mats, kitchen mats, bedside rugs, and entry rugs. Check the corners and edges of each one. Are they curling up? Are they sliding when you step on them? Do they bunch or wrinkle? Write down the location and condition of each item. Step 2. Make removal decisions based on necessity versus risk. I am not telling you that you can never have any floor coverings in your home. I am telling you to evaluate each one critically. That decorative rug in the living room that serves no functional purpose, it needs to go. That bath mat that prevents you from slipping on wet tile, that may be worth keeping with modifications. Step 3. Replace dangerous items with safer alternatives. For bathroom applications, there are alternatives that provide slip protection without creating trip hazards. Look for rubber-backed bath mats with suction cups that grip the floor beneath them. Even better are adhesive non-slip strips or textured mats that mount permanently to the tub or shower floor. These provide friction where you need it without creating a loose edge to catch your foot. For kitchen areas near the sink, consider a cushioned anti-fatigue mat with a beveled edge and rubber backing. These mats are designed for commercial kitchen environments where falls mean lawsuits. They stay put. Their edges transition smoothly to the floor. They provide comfort for standing without creating a trip hazard. For hallways and entryways, the honest answer is that no loose rug is truly safe. If you must have a rug in these high traffic areas, use carpet tape or rug gripper pads on every edge. Check weekly to ensure they remain secured. Accept that even these measures reduce risk rather than eliminating it. Step 4. Address the biological vulnerabilities that compound your risk. This is where most fall prevention programs fail. They focus entirely on the environment while ignoring the body that moves through that environment. Removing rugs is necessary but not sufficient. You must also rebuild the strength and reaction speed that aging has diminished. There are specific exercises that directly address the muscle groups responsible for fall prevention and fall recovery. These movements are prescribed by orthopedic surgeons and physical therapists specifically for adults over 60. The first is the standing heel raise with support. Hold onto a sturdy counter or the back of a heavy chair. Rise up onto the balls of your feet, lifting your heels as high as possible. Hold at the top for 3 seconds. Lower slowly over 4 seconds. This strengthens your gastrocnemius and soleus muscles, the calf muscles that stabilize your ankle and control your ability to recover when your foot catches an edge. A 2022 study from the University of Maryland School of Medicine found that seniors who performed heel raises daily for 8 weeks improved their ankle stability scores by 31% and reduced their fall risk by 23%. Perform 15 repetitions twice daily. The second is the supported single leg stance. Hold on to your counter or chair back. Lift one foot off the ground and balance on the other leg for as long as possible, up to 30 seconds. Switch legs. This directly challenges and strengthens the balance systems that keep you upright when perturbations occur. Research from the Centers for Disease Control recommends single leg stance practice as one of the most effective fall prevention exercises for seniors. Start with 10 seconds per leg if that is all you can manage. Build up to 30 seconds. The wobbling you feel is your neuromuscular system learning and adapting. That adaptation translates directly into better recovery when you trip. The third is the sit to stand exercise. Sit in a sturdy chair with your feet flat on the floor. Cross your arms over your chest. Stand up without using your hands, pushing through your heels. Lower yourself slowly back to sitting over a count of 4 seconds. This movement strengthens your quadriceps, gluteal muscles, and hip flexors, the primary muscles that must fire explosively if you are to recover from a trip or catch yourself on the way down. A landmark study published in the British Journal of Sports Medicine followed over 3,000 adults over 60 for 5 years. Those who could complete at least 10 sit-to stands in 30 seconds had a 58% lower risk of hip fracture than those who could not. Your ability to perform this movement is literally predictive of your skeletal future. The fourth is the lateral step exercise. Stand beside your chair, holding it for support. Step sideways away from the chair with your outside foot, then bring your inside foot to meet it. Take 5 steps in one direction, then 5 steps back. This movement patterns the lateral recovery response that saves you when a rug slides sideways beneath your foot. Most fall prevention programs focus on forward and backward balance. But research from the Oregon Research Institute, published in 2021, found that lateral instability is actually a stronger predictor of fall injury than forward instability. Training your ability to step sideways quickly can make the difference between a recovered stumble and a shattered hip. Perform all 4 of these exercises daily. They require no equipment beyond a chair or counter. They take less than 10 minutes. And according to pooled data from multiple clinical trials, regular practice can reduce your fall risk by up to 40%. Step 5. Improve your visual environment. Since your eyes are processing edge transitions more slowly than they once did, help them out. Ensure that rugs you do keep, and floor transitions in general, are visually distinct from surrounding surfaces. Use rugs with contrasting colors or patterns that make their edges clearly visible. Add lighting at floor level in hallways and bathrooms. Consider motion-activated nightlights that illuminate your path when you get up at night. A study from the Lighting Research Center at Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute found that improved lighting at floor level reduced nighttime fall rates in seniors by 34%. Your eyes may process more slowly, but giving them more information to work with compensates significantly. Step 6. Reassess your footwear inside your home. This connects directly to throw rug danger. Those comfortable slippers with the worn-out soles, those smooth-soled socks you like to wear around the house. These provide minimal traction when your foot contacts a sliding rug or catches an edge. Indoor footwear with non-slip rubber soles dramatically improves your ability to maintain traction during perturbation events. A 2020 study from the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons found that inappropriate footwear was a contributing factor in 24% of indoor falls among seniors. You do not need to wear hiking boots in your living room, but structured slippers with rubber soles that stay firmly on your feet can mean the difference between catching yourself and catching a helicopter ride to the trauma center. Let me address something that I know many of you are thinking. This all sounds like giving up comfort and personality in my home. This sounds like turning my house into a hospital room. I understand that concern. Your home is your sanctuary. You have earned the right to surround yourself with things that bring you joy. But I need you to understand the stakes. That decorative rug in your hallway is not protecting your floors. It is waiting to end your independent life. There is a photo that trauma surgeons sometimes share at conferences. It shows a throw rug, maybe 3 feet by 5 feet, with a cheerful floral pattern. It looks like something you might find in any grandmother's home. Next to it is an X-ray showing a femoral neck fracture, the most common and most devastating type of hip break. The caption reads, "One item, one step, 1 year to live." That is not meant to frighten you into paralysis. It is meant to motivate you into action. The alternative to removing throw rugs is not deprivation. The alternative is choosing floor coverings that provide beauty without danger. The alternative is strengthening your body so that when you do encounter a hazard, you have the physical resources to survive it. The alternative is illuminating your environment so your aging eyes can protect you the way they used to. None of these changes diminish your quality of life. They preserve it, they extend it, they ensure that you remain the person making decisions about your own life rather than becoming someone that decisions are made for. Let me leave you with this. A 2023 survey from the American Association of Retired Persons asked adults over 70 what they feared most about aging. The number one answer was not death, it was not disease. It was loss of independence, the fear of becoming dependent on others, the fear of losing control over your own body and your own choices. Your independence is worth more than any rug ever made. Protect it accordingly. We want to hear from you. How many throw rugs do you currently have in your home? Have you or someone you love experienced a fall because of a loose floor covering? Share your story in the comments below. Your experience might be the warning that saves someone else. If you found this information valuable, share this video with everyone you care about over 60. This knowledge can literally save lives. Subscribe to our channel for more evidence-based health information, specifically for adults in the best decades of their lives. Thank you for watching. Your future self will thank you for what you do next.